On today's episode of Tombstone Tea, it's going to be a little bit of a journey. We're going to go to two Catholic cemeteries today and check out some famous graves. So I hope you love the scenery. Good morning, everyone. I am back here at the cemetery, Holy Sepulchre. I wanted to give you all like an aerial view because some of these monuments are just absolutely gorgeous. So let's maybe try to take a slow roll through here so that you all can see some of the monuments the way that I see the monuments. Like, they are absolutely gorgeous this morning. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let me move out of the way so this car can get by. It's actually pretty busy this morning. It's about 8:40 in the morning, Central Time. There are at least 20 to 30 cars in here. It's a Sunday morning, so you know, I'm just waiting for the traffic jam. There are people trying to go by. There are people trying to go around. I don't understand what's going on here. I really, really don't. But I do want to make sure that I take a video of all of the monuments and things like that. But I also don't want to necessarily bother anybody that's out here, disturb anybody, or film anybody that's out here. But this cemetery is huge, 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 and it has some beautiful, beautiful, beautiful art. So let's get into it. Holy Sepulchre Cemetery is a Roman Catholic cemetery that is over 300 acres and over 95,000 burials, and is located on the south suburb of Alsip, Illinois, on the south side of Chicagoland. And our first famous grave is right in from the entrance in section 19, at the beginning of section 19. Richard Joseph Daley was Chicago's second longest serving mayor from 1955 until his death in 1976, a record broken by his son, Mayor Richard M. Daley. Daley rests here with his Irish parents, Michael, a butcher, and Lillian, a suffragette. He grew up on the South Side in Bridgeport, which was a heavily Irish American community, which supported him throughout his political career. Not only did he serve as 48th mayor of Chicago, but he also served as Cook County Clerk, Director of Revenue of Illinois, Chairman of Cook County Democratic Party, and had special connections to the Kennedy family as well as a few mob bosses. Daley's reign did not come without its own controversy. Many of his former administration were charged and convicted of corruption. Daley had a massive heart attack and died at the age of 74. Here he rests with his wife Eleanor, with whom he had 7 children. A few of those children and their partners rest here as well as Mayor Richard M. Daley, his son's wife Maggie Daley. And this is the family plot of the Daleys. Now, directly across from the Daley plot in section 20, you will find the grave of Daniel B. Ryan Sr. and Daniel B. Ryan Jr., who were the former presidents of the Cook County Board of Commissioners. Daniel B. Ryan Jr., Sr., Ruby Ryan. Oh, it's like a whole family plot. Oh, that's pretty cool. Now, both men had a long history as presidents of the Cook County Board of Commissioners. Senior held it until he died in office, and then Junior took over. And after Junior took over, his wife Ruby took over until her death in 1981. Senior is who the Dan Ryan Woods is named after, and Daniel B. Ryan Jr. is who the Dan Ryan Expressway is actually named after. And as you can see, right across from those graves are The Daley plot, which is right behind those bushes over there, and that is the entrance to the actual cemetery. And right over there is the final resting place of Ralph Metcalfe. Ralph Metcalfe is an Olympian holding world records in the 100-meter dash, winning 4 gold medals overall, coming in second to Jesse Owens in Berlin for the 100-meter dash in 1936. He also served 4 terms as a U.S. Congressman from Illinois. He was born in 1910 in Atlanta, and he moved to Chicago and ran track and field in high school and college at Marquette University in Wisconsin. In 1932 Summer Olympics, he won bronze and silver, and in 1936 he won in Berlin. He won silver behind Owens, and he also won gold with Owens. They were friends for the rest of their lives. Metcalfe broke so many national and international records before joining the military and entering into politics. He earned a master's from USC. He taught political science. He coached college sports. He became an alderman, and he eventually co-founded the Congressional Black Caucus. Metcalfe rests here in his family plot. He passed away at the age of 68 after a heart attack, and he had a wonderful, long, beautiful life. I know you're like, oh my goodness, we've already learned so much history. What else could we learn next? Just hold on, y'all. This is going to be a long video because there's so many other graves. What about the grave of Mary Alice Quinn? According to Find a Grave, people actually go to her grave to leave offerings, and they want to heal their sick. And then let's not forget the grave of Don Brancheau, the trainer at SeaWorld who was accidentally gobbled up by Shamu. This is not funny, but she's even buried here in her family plot in the back of section 22. Mary Alice Quinn is located in section 7, if I'm not mistaken. Definitely go check out both of these graves located in this cemetery. I also want to go ahead and give you all a little bit more scenery. But if you don't want to sit up there and watch the scenery, you could go ahead and fast forward. It's totally fine. All right, so we are out here. It is actually really, really gorgeous. I just saw that these are the graves of pastors, which is actually pretty cool. I didn't know that that's what that was. But I wanted to give you all a closer look because this whole area, honestly, is so full of beautiful, beautiful large monuments. Beautiful large monuments. I was like, and I'm gonna have to check and see if there's actually anything on the back. Oh, goodness, I am stepping up. Let's just say that the graveyard is not the place to wear Crocs, people. I can tell you that. I can tell you that. This is gorgeous. It's sunny out here, so I can't really necessarily see what you all are seeing through the phone. Let me see if I can brighten up the screen a little bit. Oh, it's already on bright. Okay, so I can't see a thing. But I'm hoping that you all are at least enjoying some of these views because I'm definitely not. I'm assuming that that is the mausoleum in the back, as you can see back there. Or maybe even the crematorium, but I feel like that might be the mausoleum. Sorry, guys. I'm also having my morning breakfast while I'm out here. Oh my God, somebody on the scooter. Just adorbs. Like, this cemetery is really busy this morning. I'm sorry, I'm eating some grapes, guys. I haven't eaten breakfast yet. Back half of the cemetery. A lot of graves over here, but look at this. All praise be yours, my Lord, through sister death. What does it say? The Croatian Franciscans Holy Family Custody. Oop, oop, oop. I don't know if you all can actually see the artwork on that. I hope that you can, because it's gorgeous. I really hope that you can. It's really gorgeous. All right, so this is the part where we went to the second cemetery over at Mount Olivet, which is located on 111th in California, to visit the final resting place of Catherine O'Leary. Have you ever heard of the Great Chicago Fire and O'Leary's cow that supposedly knocked over the lantern and started the Great Chicago Fire? But first, I wanted to show you all these crypts, I guess. They're above ground crypts. They're directly across from the plot of Catherine O'Leary. And I thought that they were really, really interesting. I've never seen anything like this before. And so it's 16 people all together. That is 16 people. Those are the names on top. And I was like, oh my God, this is so cool. I had to add it into the video. So I apologize. It is a lot of like scenery in the cemetery, but the cemetery, really, this is where, if you're like and Chicago is known for its architecture. If you're a architect in Chicago, this is where a lot of architects really get to show off their work in some of these older monuments that you see and family plots that you see in the cemetery. But that's that. So here we are visiting the final resting place of the O'Leary family. And famously, Catherine O'Leary, her barn caught on fire and it burned down half of Chicago. And they tried to blame it on the cow, but they're thinking that maybe it was like a product of her son's illegal gambling hall and saloon that he probably ran in the barn. But this is the final resting place of Catherine O'Leary, which is literally right down the street from my house. And I did not know it's in the Mount Greenwood neighborhood. And it's right as soon as you enter in to Mount Olivet Cemetery. So if you haven't heard the story of the Chicago fire, I would definitely say check it out. She passed away in 1895 from, I think, pneumonia. In 1997, the city of Chicago decided to exonerate her of any guilt relating to the Great Chicago Fire. And then also in this cemetery, we will visit the final, well, not the final resting place, but the former final resting place of mob boss Al Capone. This is also located in the back of the cemetery. I didn't even know that all this was like literally right by my house. But this is where his old grave was. But because of vandalism to the family plot, they were all moved out to, I think, Mount Carmel and Hillside. But this is the final, or the former final resting place of Al Capone. And yes, the headstone is still up today. And you can actually see all of the damage that people and vandalism that people have, done over the years, which is absolutely nuts. All right, you guys. So let me know if you all like these longer videos or if you all like shorter videos. I can definitely break the graves up into individual tiny videos. Let me know what you like below. Leave a comment. As always, share, subscribe, like, and I hope that you all enjoyed this episode today of Tombstone Tea. See you next time.